There's an old joke about a farmer in Maine who someone comes to for directions to a nearby farm. And he says, "You can't get there from here." I think about that when someone says they want to speak well on camera. Is it possible to get there from here? It is, but it will change you, as it does everyone who journeys to the land of camera fluency. The only question is, are you ready? You see the most unexpected things in a Trader Joe's. I spotted this quote on a card rack, and it's become one of my favorites about doing new things. From the French author and Nobel Prize winner André Gide, "One doesn't discover new lands without consenting to lose sight for a very long time of the shore." It's important to understand that being your authentic self and thoroughly professional on camera at the same time is about deconstructing yourself, which means you need more self-awareness in the moments you're preparing to be on camera. And for most of those who want more fluency, that means writing for yourself. Now, the thing is, anyone can write for themselves while learning nothing about themselves, leaving their performances lifeless as a TV zombie. And that's what most people do at first, because who wants that? Self-awareness, schmelf-awareness, show me the money. People like that can't be helped because they have no choice about their own reactions. Either they take one look at their image and blame the camera, which is the zombie reaction, or they freak out and judge themselves, which is also the zombie reaction. Either way, they're out. But the other direction is no easier, at least in the short term. If we decide that self-awareness is worth it to get this thing right, then we have to endure that growth, which includes making a few videos that are still a little on the lifeless side. So we have to consent to the long game. However, once you master yourself, you can run a video creation system that gets you super high quality in no more time than it takes to read your script. To me, that's worth the pain of self-awareness. And that leads to the discovery that the purpose of your writing is not to have some content to feed the teleprompter. It's to develop your soul. Spiritual people tell us that our souls are mirror to the Spirit. They connect us to the divine, and that they need polishing once in a while so that Spirit can be reflected in us. Now, we all write out of our soul's experience, and if we keep growing, that growth will be mirrored in our scripts. The long game. So, where do we start with all this? With an idea, with one's own take. And how do you get there? Well, most people seem to come with, one of these, permanently attached somewhere. So when you get the germ of an idea, dictate it into your note-taking software so you don't have to stop and write, and you'll still get the words down. But how do you turn it into a script? Okay, first, just start writing. Well, that is, writing for sense. I learned about this from my daughter, who is one of the world's greatest writers in the world, worldwide, all over the world. Next time I'll tell you about my other daughter, the actress, but I digress. The way this works is that you just spill out your thoughts on paper and let them go where they must. And you write until you feel like the subject makes sense from beginning to the middle to the end. Then you go back and take out the words that don't add anything. Typically, this will be about half of them. Remember, you've been working out your idea so that it makes more sense to you, and that takes more words, more fuel. Once the idea gains enough altitude, you can eject the extra words. And not only the words that don't add meaning, but also shorten the supporting ideas so they don't take over your main idea. So dictate your initial ideas, write for sense, and eject those weightier words that got you into orbit that will do nothing for your viewers. And trust that this writing for sense process brings your personal lessons to the surface, which sets the stage for more growth. So, what happens once your idea makes sense? How do you make it video worthy? For others to truly get it, they need the same feeling of the experience that gave it to you. And that means relating it to something they can understand. That's what we'll talk about in part 2. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Visible Authority.